Well, Vera and I have a special surprise planned today.
We do?
We do. We have a super chat question that came in this week.
Yes.
And it was from one of our soul tribe. And so we're going to be sharing that today. And we actually had a lot of comments come in this week,
Yeah, they
Vera.
did for the birthmarks, huh?
Exactly. And you were more than welcome to ask your birth life questions. Your past life birthmark questions during our super chat. So, and Vera can answer those for you. And if not today, we will record your question, and then we can answer it in an upcoming video.
Okay.
Yeah. So, just so as you know.
Hey, Eric.
right.
Hey, Spiritual Disco.
Hi, everyone. Whoops, where'd it go here? There we are. All right.
Nana.
And actually, there was another question. Oh, we already answered that.
For Spiritual Disco. We can answer it again.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah.
So, Spiritual Disco, you had a great question.
Yeah.
Because we have a lot of people that are asking, okay, I don't have a birthmark. And I don't have a mole, but I have a discoloration in the pigmentation of my skin. And I would like to know, is that from a past life? And that's exactly what Spiritual Disco is asking. And it is hyperpigmentation. And that can be in different areas of our body. And they were wondering if that was from a past life.
Yes, it can.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
in a word, yes.
yeah. So that's interesting.
Yeah.
I remember it was not that long ago. It was a beautiful model.
Oh, yeah.
And she has the pigmentation, like the discoloration.
Hi,
Hi, everyone. Hearts, flowers, love, hugs. But she has an amazing look. She's a young model, and she's got very distinct pigmentation differences on her face and all over. And she embraces it. Like, she loves it. And she's a sought-after model. She is. She gets a lot of jobs. She's really out there. And it was fascinating what you got, Vera, about her past life. I'll never forget it. It was about a life where she was sort of like, I believe, she had a lot of powers, almost like a priestess kind of a life. And it was something that she really loved and helped a lot of people. So she wanted to carry that into this life. It's really cool. So we value and appreciate what we learn in these past lives, what we want to remember in our past lives and remember now. It's amazing, isn't it, Vera? It's like, in our life, we go through so much. And looking back, it's like, whether it's having to find our power, whether it's trying to remember our self-worth or feel love, because when we feel love, that can even help to bring up our self-esteem and help us to put ourselves out there. What?
Ugo's licking.
Okay, this is really funny. We have a puppy, a resident puppy, and Vera doesn't mind cat tongue on her skin.
That sounds weird,
but dog tongue is extra slimy. She doesn't like it. And he's a licker. He'll just sit there and he'll just lick all day. Yeah. He's a little cutie, though. I'd pick him up, but he's hot. He's a heater. Well, anyway.
Heater.
Here he comes. He's going to get an elevator lift so you can all meet him. Ugo. He's a cutie pie. See, here he is. A little cutie.
Here he is, pretty boy.
Yeah. He's cute. We have the same, like, his fur and my hair. He's my people. Yeah. Aren't you? Yeah. Anyways, but it's amazing how much knowledge about our past life birthmark, whether it's a mole or a discoloration, pigmentation, or whatever it might be, really.
Hello, Lynn V.
And it's actually really cool, isn't it? We come in our birthday suit. That's all we got.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's what we have to work with. So we're going to put it somewhere, right? Yeah. What is she saying here? Pretty pup. He is cute. Okay. All right. So yes, one of the things too that we just wanted to remind everyone is that you can be an honorary angel by liking, sharing,
Yes.
commenting, and subscribing. We appreciate you so much helping us to get our message out there. All right. So yeah, we had this question
Yeah.
come in this week from one of our soul tribe, and yeah, Vera, you ready to get into it?
And it's also a lot of opportunities. Is Allie pulled a 9 of Cups, and that's a lot of opportunities coming. And sometimes we like get frozen because we don't know which one we want. So it's just it's like what Allie said too. It's achievements, recognition, pleasure, all that good stuff. But it's a lot of opportunities coming our way.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Wow. So it's which cup is Allie going to take? Which cup? You know? Because we have choices.
Yeah.
It's like that new beginning we've been talking about, huh, Vera?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. All right. And yeah. All right, Vera. So
Okay,
we're
so we
going to
have a birthmark.
Yes.
We have a birthmark.
And this is our dear friend Zeri's birthmarks that we're going to be talking
Our dear
about
friend
today.
just peeked out the. You can come out, Zeri.
He's all no. All right. Well, Zeri has 2 birthmarks on his chest.
Mm-hmm.
One is about right here, and one is just below it, right about in here. And so he was wondering, is this from a past life? So we asked Vera.
Yes, I'm looking at what Nana said. She's got a party next week.
Oh.
So that's opportunities for fun.
And that's
like
we all
that.
need that.
Yeah.
It's good to have a balance in our
Yes,
life.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. All right, so what I picked up for the
Zeri?
person. Oh, Zeri. I guess he's not going to have a pseudonym.
There we go.
All right, so the 2 birthmarks on the chest, it was, he was a knight in a past life, and he was standing up for a maiden that was being accused of things that she was not doing. And so her brother was the one that was accusing her, the girl, and Zeri. He said they were doing inappropriate things.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
And so it's not a good thing because I think he has, I mean, the knights had standing, right?
Yep.
But she was above the knight
I
in terms
see.
of hierarchy.
She was in a higher
Yeah.
social class.
Yeah, than that. So,
So she was like a lady.
yeah. So the brother told Zeri, let's duel. I didn't even know if they had duels back then, but it was some kind of a match. And it was where they were going to do, what are those long lance things?
A crossbow?
Yeah. Well, usually they do the lance, right?
Right, that's what I was
But
thinking.
the guy picked, because Zeri, he was trying to be fair and everything, he let the guy pick whatever weapon, and the guy goes, I want crossbow. And it's like, that's even harder to do on
Wow.
horseback.
Right.
Because one's going this way and one's going this way, right?
Yes.
So, but the brother was already knowing he was going to win because when Zeri was getting all dressed up to go out there, he was stabbed already once.
So he had someone stab Zeri.
Yeah, the brother of the girl. So Zeri was already at a disadvantage and just was getting weaker and weaker. And then the guy hit him with a crossbow.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, but the thing for Zeri is the reminder is to stand up for the, people that are undermined or how did I put it? Stand up for people. I can't remember. Stand up for what's right for underdogs. Mm-hmm. So that's what he's supposed to learn with those 2 things, because sometimes whenever you have that situation and you are killed for it, when you come into life, it's like you don't want to, bring that energy back. So you don't know why, you just don't want to cause any, ruffle any feathers. If there's an injustice, you just like, well, that's their issue. because you're so afraid of being
I
killed.
see.
And, you know, there's not a rational reason, but that's why. So
Wow, I
it'd be
see.
interesting to see if he has any, you know, inkling that towards that.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's like a fear, a cell memory type of fear,
Fear,
because
exactly.
he was killed for doing that in a past life. So in this life, he might be maybe more apt to, you know, like you just said,
Turn
that's
the
the
other cheek,
issue.
yeah.
Yeah. And I'm not going to look at that. I'm not going to
Yeah,
focus on that. I'm going
yeah.
to focus on
Yeah.
something that's not that. It'll get me killed. And,
Exactly.
you know, that's interesting because that sounds like when you were talking about him allowing the brother to choose the weapon, that sounds like his personality because he's so,
Fair, yeah.
fair and trusting and thinking, oh, this person's going to, I don't know, maybe not, maybe not have him stabbed when nobody's
Yeah.
looking right before they're gonna duel. That's horrible. And yeah, and so of course, you know me. My next question was that woman that he knew, the lady, and her brother, the one who killed him, in this life with him.
Yes. The brother is his father in this life,
Wow.
and the girl is someone he met, and they were supposed to get together, and it just didn't work out. So and that's another thing that I keep telling you guys too. Even though you've had a past life together, and you may have said, you know, I want it to change in this lifetime. I don't want what happened last time or the way I reacted. I wanted something different. And then we tend to do the same thing.
Right.
so-
right.
Yeah.
It's that repeating pattern, and it's so.
And it's interesting that the father in this lifetime is the one that messed up that relationship.
Isn't it? Because Zeri was sharing with us that the father he was saying bad things, basically,
Yeah.
about Zeri to her. And so, wow. I mean, same kind of, well, not same kind of, same personality.
Yeah,
You know, as that lifetime, and getting in between. And then, of course, their relationship didn't work out. It could have been, you were saying, because in our chart, we have these lessons that we're going to learn
Right.
one way or the other. And he could have chosen to, and she as well could have chosen to still pursue that relationship. And that would have meant learning the lesson of not listening to him, these different types of fears that might have been coming up, and then pursuing it. So it's just a really great example of how much we can, learn from our past, even
Yeah.
if we're not cognizant of it.
But even the guy, the father, he was like the people in the towns, especially the knights, just wouldn't give him the time of day. He was like 86th from
After that.
because that's not honorable. What
Right.
he did, and that's what knights were about, honor.
Right.
So, he got his too, and then in a way, Zeri got justice for her because he was still ostracized. She was sent away, and she was sent away, and she felt guilty the whole time that she was alive
Oh, wow.
because of that. And so in this lifetime, it might have been the same situation, and that's why she turned away from that relationship that they could have had in this lifetime.
Right. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. She felt that energy.
Yeah, yeah.
Interesting.
And it's sometimes, you kind of go like, I don't know why, but I just don't like that person.
Right.
And there's no rhyme or reason, and it's just cell memory from past experiences. So,
Isn't that interesting?
hi, Indigo.
Wow.
Is that what it says? Indigo?
Yep.
Yeah.
Indigo 08.
Yeah. Okay. You can get down, little boy.
He's hot, isn't he?
Very hot.
Wow. Yeah. So that's fascinating.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yep.
It just did not work out.
No.
It's so interesting how, there's so many there's our path, but there's so many different side
Lateral
paths that
movement, yeah.
we could go through life on and still reach that same destination, which
Yeah.
is our learned lessons.
Exactly.
Wow. So shot through the heart, huh?
I'm going to start singing.
I know. All right. How many of you just started singing? Wow. All right. Was there anything else, Vera, that you wanted to share
that
about
was it.
that fabulous example? Well, I wanted to share an angel today.
Okay.
And the reason I wanted to do that is because here she
Yeah,
is.
that's it right there.
Bon Jovi, yeah. She's like, oh, great.
I just remember
Now-
Shot Through the Heart. How's it go?
Yeah, you're to blame. You give it. I don't want to get a ding because our voices are
Yeah,
so
that's
amazing. YouTube's gonna think. All right, everyone. So this is what's he saying? I gotta
Purple
know
Blaze.
now.
Oh, yeah. He told us about that before. He was told that his brother's wife, they were married in a past life, and they didn't get along. And in this life, they didn't get along.
Wow, isn't that interesting? You can just feel that energy, whether good or bad. Life, we do not get along, and I've tried to bury the hatchet. Interesting.
For different experiences, Roxy.
Interesting. Yeah, and that's the thing. Wow, because sometimes they have control over us in a sense, like a control over the situation, I should say, that directly affects us, like what happened to Zeri in that lifetime. And in this life, we have this opportunity to gain our strength enough to where we don't let them affect
Right.
us. So I could imagine from what he's shared, it's been pretty challenging
Yeah.
for him to not allow his father to affect them. That's tough when you have personalities that are very strong and different. That
And it's not so different.
yeah, exactly. Okay, so being that we've been talking so much lately about manifesting our new beginning and what we want to create, I just wanted to share our new beginnings angel. And as you can see, she has this little wreath in her hands, and I created that. I wanted her to be holding this because it's like a cycle, it's like we start out in life and we know we're perfect and we go through all these experiences, and then eventually, we learn all these things, all this programming,
Yeah.
and we eventually want to come back to where we know that we're perfect. Well, really, the reason I wanted to share this New Beginnings Angels because for some people, it's a challenge to keep focused in our new beginning, because sometimes we might fall back into
That's an angel calling.
little angel
He got
appeared.
in.
Sometimes we may fall back into old patterns of how we used to think before that might be kind of negating what we really want to manifest at this point, because we've already been through releasing and we don't want to go back to the old way of thinking or our old habits or things that we do that we no longer want to do anymore, because we really want to get this new
Yeah.
beginning in our life. And so that's why I wanted to share my New Beginnings Angel with you today, is because you can focus on you, how you felt when you were a little child, and looking at the world, because that's what Jesus said, is be like a child and you will understand.
Right.
So we want to look at the world and look at, this new beginning through the eyes of a child, with that wonderment and that joy within. And with that, we have the experience and the tools that we have learned as an adult. So we have empowerment now. Nobody else is controlling the situation
Yeah.
over us. We can have control over everything. We've learned this, all of us. We have control over everything that goes on in our life. Even with somebody saying something to us that might not be positive, we can either allow it to bother us or not bother us, and just keep ourselves on that positive train of thought. And that's why I really wanted to share her with you today, so that you can focus on your fresh start and that joy in your life as you progress through this new opportunity that is starting right now. The
Or it's been going on.
yeah, this full moon has been amazing.
And yes, Nana, we can get glimpses of past lives in our dream time.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
It's really interesting, Nana, because sometimes it's like the whole dream might not be 3D living color, like as if you're in the life. It might just be a little glimpse, but it's like a symbol of it in another part of the life. It's just, you know what I mean? Another part of the dream. So it could just be thrown in there. And that's where I love your dream interpretation.
Yeah.
So if you have any questions about that, if you have a dream that you might be wondering, is that from a past life? You can always ask Vera in Super Chat.
Exactly.
Yes. What does the rectangle birthmark mean? That's a great question. And you can ask that in Super Chat. We have that ability right here during our live show.
Everyone's different. A rectangle for you might be a totally different meaning than one for Christina.
Right.
So.
Right. But yes.
And Nana, if you dreamt and you thought that girl was you, then it was you. Because a lot of times we do that.
Yeah. See, that's really cool. Spiritual Disco was just seeing that you revealed in his dream, or in, Spiritual Disco's dream, that his name.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Her past life, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, you can definitely ask your psychic questions of Vera in Super Chat, and that would be for a more brief answer. And then if you would like a longer answer or a fuller reading, you can find Vera's services. She has letter questions, past life readings on our website. I better put this down. I'm still holding it. I want to share it with you. All right. Let's see now, Vera, was there anything else? We really wanted you to know how much we appreciate you being here with us today, earlier than
hour
usual.
early.
Because we just have a few little things going on this spring that have rose up, and it's the same with next weekend. Because next weekend we're going to be live on Sunday at 1 o'clock. So that's the beginning of May, and we would love for you to join us on Sunday. We weren't sure exactly which day, because Saturday doesn't work, but we thought Sunday would be good because hopefully
People
you're
are
off work. Yeah.
Most people are.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Have a fabulous week. Fab. Oh, I'm looking in the wrong place. Huh? Is it over there?
It's the X. X marks the spot.
Oh, how come the green light's on over there?
It's on the other side. I don't know why that side's on, but it's over there.
Oh, then I was looking in the right spot. Then I started looking over there.
All right. And as always, all the art, the crystal bracelets, the psychic information, you can find it all on our website and in the links below. So we love you, and we will see you next Sunday. I almost said Saturday.
I know. That's okay if you're drunk. We'll take you anyway.
Any last words?
We love you.
There we go. Whoop.